Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another Gold Rush the Game stream. Appreciate you guys hanging out. New update, actually 2 new updates in the last couple of days here, so gonna be checking those out. Some of the things that are happening in the game, and want to talk a little bit about where I am in the game. Actually been digging quite a bit today, getting ready for a massive tier 3 clean out. So I talked a little bit about this in yesterday's stream, but we now have some pretty cool features in the new update, and I've had no issues really at all. Well, I had an issue yesterday with the truck dumping too much dirt, or the dirt staying in the conveyor too long, but that was fixed with the update that they did today, so everything's working great now. But one of the coolest things that we have is this ability to resell stuff. So you see this concrete slab right here, you put something on there, and you go up to the cash register here, it'll show up, and you can resell it. You can sell used equipment back to the game, raise some cash, which is cool. So I already sold my small excavator and my mobile wash plant, which, since I don't use those at all on this claim anymore, so nice, cool feature. So, and also we've got a hose connector, or I should say a hose duplex connector, that allows you to split out a red hose into 4 green. If you want to have multiple pumps or something like that, I guess that works pretty well. And then you've got, or actually what you could do is, if you had a pump, let's say you had a wave table and a magnetite table, you could run them off the same red hose into that jig. And they also have a electrical splitter, so you put a blue electrical into that and you get 4 yellows. So that's kind of nice. You could use a single generator now to power 4 lights, which is really cool. So that's some of the updates and fixes and stuff. And there's no new real equipment, but you know, for the most part, really good improvements. And oh, well, the other thing is, they got rid of the pebbles that built up on the tailings pile, so that was causing some major issues with frame rates. And I understand that they did something with the particle shadowing, so that's improved frame rates as well, which is great. So Code Horizon's making some great progress with the game, which is good to see. So let me just show you where I'm at here. It's the cleanup shack. I had some mystery buckets before down here that were showing up, because if you put a I don't know why this is on. That's weird. If you put a bucket down by the duplex jig, it would just fill up with dirt. And I panned one of those out, or a couple of those out, and they basically had traces of gold, so I just got rid of them all. So, but what we got here is this table here. These are all miner's moss buckets, 100% full miner's moss buckets. I think I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14 of them right there, it looks like I got. So that should yield a decent amount. And over here, these are 100% full duplex jig buckets. So we got 8 of those so far. And I'm not done yet. I'm trying to get a couple more. I'm going to have a massive clean out here on our way to 1,000 ounces. I got 514 ounces so far. I've sold that off to raise money, and I got 488.5 in dollars, which is great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the wash plant turned on, get the water turned on, and we're going to just run some dirt and continue to build up our massive buckets. Eventually I'm going to run out of buckets. I have 30 buckets on the claim, and I've already got a bunch of them in the shack already. So that's a good thing, right? The idea is probably tomorrow night, or maybe tomorrow afternoon, not sure which yet. Probably tomorrow afternoon I'm going to do a clean out stream, and we're going to basically do all those buckets I got in there, so that should be fun. Alright, so we got this guy running here, so now we got all our lights on. We can run 24/7. Everything seems to be working well. You can see here I'm still making a nice dent here in the claim. I'm going to actually move the excavator a little bit and just take a look at I just did a mat clean out. So those are all at 0 right now, and I've got hey, Damien Becken, thanks a lot for the subscription. I appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing to Bambino Games. Thank you. So I've got some work to do here to fill up these buckets. I have a Look at this. Isn't that nice? I got a truckload full of dirt already. Before I do that, I want to just move this. So what I'd like to do is take the shovel out here and get rid of these little piles because it kind of obstructs things sometimes. So just a little bit of maintenance. Just keep stuff out of the way because what I'm doing is slowly moving the excavator into the claim and just kind of like carving out a space. And eventually, I want to have it set up so I could just run the dump truck easily on the easily into the on like a path that makes it easy so I don't have to back up all the time. So what I'm trying to explain is I'm trying to make it easier to use a dump truck. So anyway, we'll get to that. Let me clean up these little doodads here. And we'll get to running some dirt here in a second. Yeah, I may clean out one bucket tonight. I like to clean out at least one bucket, although I'm trying to work for the big cleanup. We'll see. Maybe I'll clean up one of the duplex jig bucket. I mean, the miner's moss buckets. We'll do one of those just so we can see some gold, you know. Turn it on. Lights on. Park and brake. Now, for some reason, this truck, I didn't have any problems before, but now the truck seems to be struggling going up the hill a little bit. We'll see here. For this last update, I never had any problems doing that, but it gets up nonetheless. Just barely, but it does get up. So now you got a couple meters too. You've got a meter in the dump truck, so when you're filling it up, you can tell how much is in there. And also on the conveyor, if you look above that, there's a meter, there's a fill rate on there too. So let me just get over here. You can see that fill right there. And as I load this in, you'll watch it go up. You see it's right in the middle. There it is. It's going to 5, 7, 8, 9. That's a nice thing to have. So you can see exactly, but it's even nicer on the dump truck because as you're filling it up, you know exactly when you get to 100 because you're a one-man team, and whatever indication you can have, the better. That's the way I look at it. So that was a nice add-on to have that fill rate or fill status, I guess you would call it. Yeah. So the stuttering has definitely gone down this release. This update. I think that has a large part to do with how they changed the shadowing. Again, my understanding is they changed it so that they took away shadows on some of the particles, and that just, I guess, really improved things. Alright, let me get this in the right spot. I'm going to actually move this excavator a little bit back deeper into the dirt. Let's see. Oops. Alright, let's get this. That's probably close enough right there. Oops. Set the parking brake. Parking brake set. Let's get out of here. Now there is also a quick key. You can go between machines. I use it from time to time, but I'm kind of used to the other way. So let me just go start this engine up and go to driving. Just see how that looks here. I think that should be good. Let's go right there. Alright, parking brake on. Let's go to digging. And let me pan this out here so we can see a little bit better. And we'll do it. Although I do like to dig with this camera view, the most because it's the most accurate. I know this is probably a better one for you guys, so we'll kind of stick with this one here. Just make sure that's right. That's right in the middle right there. Okay. Do we have to move closer in? Yeah, I think we do. Alright. Oops. Yeah, let me just go to this one. Hold on. I gotta go with this one for now, guys. I'm just so used to using this guy. Let's see how close we get in here. Alright, that's good. We could dig this wall down a little bit. Yeah, so was it 8 buckets so far from the duplex jig and 14 buckets from the miner's moss. So that should produce a nice amount of gold, right? Oops, there you go. That's what I want. I want to take a chunk out of that wall. So, because the jig buckets are usually between 15, 17, sometimes more. And I'm going to pan those. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the moss buckets yet. I might run those through the wave table. So it's a lot to pan. But I'm definitely going to pan the jig buckets for sure. So let's see. You figure 8. Let's say I get to 10. So we should have like 150 ounces just in the jig buckets, which would be tremendous. I didn't get much of a bucket there. I like to get full buckets. I mean, if I get let's say 150 ounces in the jig buckets, and I get another 60, so that's 210. I'd like to get. I'm shooting for like a 250 ounce cleanup. That's what I'm kind of shooting for. So. One second here, guys. All right. Well, thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel. Oh, I didn't get much there. And I'll be doing more Gold Rush. 2 main games I'm playing right now. Well, main game I'm playing right now is Gold Rush. Let me just go to this view here. This is more interesting. Just gotta. I want to get myself situated here, though. Just so I'm lined up better, and I'll know that when my bucket's over the rig, there you go. Cool. All right. Yeah, so I play a lot of Gold Rush the game. That's kind of the game I've been playing lately. But I also do a lot of flying in X-Plane 11. So if you're interested in that, in VR, I do a lot of VR flying in X-Plane 11. So if you're interested in that, check the stream out. And join me. Also have a lot of helpful videos on the channel, so you might want to check that out. I got to get the hang of doing this again because I'm so used to doing it the other way. It is nice having that meter on there, that's for sure. That the fill rate or whatever, fill indicator. Just makes it so much easier. So tell me, you guys playing the game? We got 5 people watching right now, which is great. I'm just wondering if you guys are playing this game, what you think of it. Dump this bucket in there. Like I said, having a little bit of a strain getting the truck up the hill. Although I never had any problems before. This is probably the easiest route to take with it. Just gets up there with a differential on. Now the other updates that they made is the fuel consumption's in game time now rather than in real time. So before it seemed like there was an endless, you know, the dump truck never ran out of fuel. Now you got to be cognizant of that. Although I think the water pumps actually are more fuel efficient, which is great. Damien, yeah, I love it too. It does keep getting better and better. It's just, you know, I told a story on, hey, Gujaman, how you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. I told a story when I was, hey, Pizza Pie Paulie Nation. Hey, that's a great name, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. I was telling a story a few episodes ago, a few streams ago, about, you know, I used to play a lot of Farm Simulator, and Farm Simulator is a great game, and it's improved a lot over the years, you know. But, you know, I got kind of bored with plowing fields and, you know, harvesting and all that. I don't know, it just kind of a little monotonous. And I read about somebody who had done a modification to Farm Simulator for gold mining, and I was like, whoa, that would be, you know, because I'm a big Gold Rush fan. I've watched it from oh, no X-Plane tonight, bub. We're doing this tonight. Probably X-Plane tomorrow, but tonight it's Gold Rush. But yeah. Anyway, so I played a lot of Farm Simulator, and it just got a little monotonous for me. So I decided that I was going to, well, I started looking around to make it more things that make it more interesting, and I found this modification for gold mining in Farming Simulator, and I was like, whoa, that seems kind of cool. You know, maybe I could do that, you know. And I looked into it and I checked it out, and it was just pretty complicated to like get it all going. And I kind of like, I was turned off by it, you know. I was like, all right, I'm not doing all this crap. And I just said to myself then, if they ever come out with a gold mining game, I'm like all over it, you know. And they did. And Code Horizon was kind enough to give me a copy of this game, which is really kind of them. I just totally whiffed the bucket there. And you know, I actually had a copy of the beta, and I tried that, or the demo, and I tried the beta. And that was great, and gave some feedback. And now playing the real thing, it's just awesome. You know, they had a little bit of a rocky start, and I think it's because they tried to get things out, you know, a little bit quicker than they should have, because they were trying to time it with the first episode of Gold Rush or whatever. But you know what? The nice thing about it is, you know, I was watching Full Tilt Game, and he's an awesome streamer. He does a lot of Gold Rush streaming, and he actually said it. And he said, you know, gone are the days when you bought a game and a CD and you loaded it up and you never heard from the developer again, unless it was like major problems, you know. You never heard from the developer. You couldn't say, oh, in a stream, hey, look, I really want this, or on a forum, oh, wouldn't it be great if we had, you know, extended the time in the game. They extended the time in the game. People wanted it. They extended it. They doubled the time in the game. So now you have double they slowed it down, I should say. So now you have double the daylight. They listen to people. So we're in a different era. And it's, you know, at least with Code Horizon, you know, I see people complaining on the Facebook page you know, in the Facebook group all the time about this and that. I'm saying to myself, why are people complaining? This developer is like, they came out with a game, which by the way is only $20. Okay, I mean $20 for a game that's like, you know, got great animation and lots to do. It's a sandbox game. It's a bargain at $20. Okay, and then people are complaining about all this stuff, and you've got a developer that's totally responsive and totally, you know, trying to do everything they can to make their franchise a franchise. What could be a franchise game for them. I believe it's going to be a franchise game for Code Horizons. They have other games, but I think this is going to be their major franchise game. And these guys are bending over backwards. Not that they shouldn't, but they are. And they're doing everything they can to improve things so people are having an enjoyable experience and get their money's worth. That doesn't, you know, that didn't happen even 5 years ago. You know, and actually even today, not many developers do that. So hats off to Code Horizon for being a responsive developer. Oh, I just killed that bucket. Let me get that out of there. Hats off to those dudes for being like a responsive and responsible developer, you know. I think it's great. I think it's great. Just making things better and better, you know. And they correct things fast. They came out with a release yesterday. It had some bugs, and they came out with another release today to fix them. I mean, you know, that's what I call responsiveness, and that's, I think that alone, the support alone, is worth the $20, right? I mean, you get that kind of support from GTA. Let's see, Damien. I feel that people just have to complain. Yeah, you're right. People have to complain about something, unfortunately, and that's kind of like the society that you live in. I guess I'm not sure if things have always been that way, but they sure seem to be that way now. And you know, listen, I've complained. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never complained about anything. But I try to be constructive about it. You know, even with this game, I've always been constructive. I might have gotten a little frustrated when the dump truck wasn't working or something. I think I actually did get a little frustrated. I might have been tired. But all in all, you know, apologies for that. Because, listen, I used to write code, okay? I never wrote game code, but I used to write code. It ain't easy, okay? It's a hard thing to do. It's not, it's like you just don't make things show up. It's, you know, it's a lot of work. And these, you know, it's pretty evident that Code Horizons has some pretty talented people in their group. And I think they're doing a good job. Yeah, 2 releases in one day is pretty cool, right? So I think I think we need to back off a little bit on the complaints, all right? And I think you need to listen. You got a bug or you got a suggestion? I think these guys want to hear that. Go into Discord. That's what they want you to do. Go into Discord on their Discord account and just put your suggestion in or list your bug in. And be constructive about it and give them the information they need. You know, they need like game logs or dumps and stuff. Because it's pretty evident that especially the major problems, these guys jump right on. So be constructive about it. You're like, let's try to, you know, spread the word. I'm sure a lot of people watching this stream are part of the Facebook group. Because that's where all the information is coming from. Right now, it seems to be. I don't think there's a Reddit group yet, but that Facebook group seems to be pretty active. Try to keep a positive attitude on there, and show, you know, try to, you know, show others to keep a positive attitude. That's the way I look at it, you know. These guys want suggestions. All right. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I want to do a massive cleanup. That's what I want to do. That's a little close. Let's go check and see how we're doing here. But you're right. Some people just have to complain about anything. All right, 40, 12, and 11 on the mats. Okay. I have not removed that tailings pile yet. I'm not worried about it. I may remove it someday. Look, I think it looks kind of cool there, actually. It wasn't the pile that was causing the problems. It was the rocks on top, and they're all gone now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, handy bucket right there. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a massive clean out. I'm hoping that we get a lot of people watching it because I'm trying to set a record. I want to do I want it to be a massive amount. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep. My goal is to do the cleanup sometime tomorrow because I've been saying I was gonna do it, and I keep saying, oh, let's just get more buckets. Oh, let's get. I just keep kind of pushing the buckets, you know. Do you know how much OZs did you make from this place? Okay, so see, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you see the lowest number. It says gold total 514. That's 514 ounces that I've made so far from this location. Now I've sold all that off pretty much. That's why I have 488,000, and I've spent money, you know, on this, that, and the other thing, and I've sold some equipment back, so it's about it's 514. We've been keeping tally of that. I started off with an approximate number because I hadn't been, but for the last, you know, 3 cleanups, I've been keeping pretty good tabs on it. Yeah, 514. Well, my goal is 1,000. I want to do 1,000. There's plenty of dirt to do it, so. Just got to do a lot of digging to get it. And you have to have patience. Yeah, it's a lot. It's going to be cool. I think what I'm going to probably do is I'll probably use the wave table for the moss buckets, right? But I'm going to pan out all of the duplex buckets because you do get more gold from panning. And I think it would be kind of cool to see all those nuggets in there, you know? I think it would be kind of cool. But I appreciate you guys joining the stream. But yeah, so I think I finished the story. But what I said to myself when I was looking for new things in Farming Simulator, I was like, oh, if they ever come out with a Gold Rush game or a gold mining game, I'm all over it. And I have actually said to myself, geez, why doesn't Gold Rush do that, you know? And these guys are smart. They hooked right up with Gold Rush. They've got the you know, the partnership with them. It gives them, you know, some mileage in the brand right away. You know, I think they've got what 3,000 users on the Facebook page. That's pretty good. You know, they've done a good job of spreading the word. That's why I know they have other games like I think it's Big Machine or Construction Simulator or whatever, Code Horizon that is. But this game is going to be their franchise. Come on, go to 100. Come on. Oh, no, there you go, 100. You can stockpile full buckets. Yeah, I know. It's hard to resist. It is hard to resist it. You know, that's why I clean up one every once in a while just to see a little gold, you know. But I'm resisting. I'm resisting. Now, yesterday I did clean up one duplex bucket. I got like 17. Actually, I cleaned up 2. I got 17 out of one, and I got like 12 out of another one. So, but I was cleaning them up because one of them I was testing to make sure the new release was working okay. But yeah, so I did clean up 2 duplexes. Sorry, duplex buckets, if you will. Just call them jig buckets. We'll call them duplex buckets. That's better. Just so we know what we're all talking about. You can do 1,000 ounces in 1 minute. Just type gold. Yeah, I don't want to do that though. Yeah, I don't want to do type gold 10 times, right? I don't want to do that. I want to do it the legit way. It's more satisfying. You found the separator. Doesn't stop by itself anymore. Which is this? The separator. I'm sorry, Damien. Which is the separator? Do you mean the wavetable? Oh, you're talking about the magnetite? I don't even use that, man. I skip that step. It's not, to me, it's not worth it because I don't need a $10,000 from, 10 buckets or 15 buckets of magnetite. I just kind of skip that. I think that's really good early on in the game when you're trying to get some money because you have nothing and it's fine. But I don't use that anymore. In fact, I'm considering selling my magnetite trailer. So I just don't use it. But yeah, mine would. I went through 2 or 3 of them because they just broke. They didn't work. And I was like, you know what? Screw that. I'm not going to waste my time on that. Especially once I got it, into the tier 3 mining and started to get some gold there. I was like, $10,000. That's not like, for a trailer. It's kind of like not worth it. But anyway, I'm glad it's working. That's good. I think they're fixing those things, They're fixing a lot of things. Yeah, I don't think it really makes, you don't really get much more gold out of it. So it's, it's put in there to like give you I don't think you get any more gold. I think I did a test on that. It's the same amount. It's put in there to give you a way to separate the magnetite and get that extra money. Like I said, which is nice when you are broke and you're trying to build up some money so you can buy stuff, but like the other thing, I did some tests. Other people told me first, and I said, let me do a test on that. And it's absolutely true that when you pan, you get more gold by about, like I did a test bucket of a duplex jig bucket, and I got 15 ounces, around 15 ounces on the wavetable, and then I got like 19 ounces on panning. Now there are 2 separate buckets. What I probably should have done is save the game. I could probably do that. Save the game and run the same bucket. Will I do a face camp? Not sure what you mean by that. It's definitely slower filling these up with this camera view. Because, I don't know, it's just a little bit less accurate for me. Oh, do you mean a face cam? I'm not planning on doing a face cam. I'm one of those anonymous YouTubers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to find that panning gives you more. And actually, it's just, to me, panning is more fun because you get to see the nuggets in there. You know, with the wavetable, you don't see anything. It's just like a calculation. So I think seeing the nuggets is part of the fun. Even though they're fake, but that's part of the simulation, right? Now, a lot of people like to use the front end loader to load up the truck. I prefer this. I just think it's more accurate. I have a problem running that front loader, and although I haven't done it since the last couple of updates, maybe they've improved things. I can't. It just doesn't. I don't know. For me, it's just difficult to control. So I like using the excavator. $98 will do. Not going to be a long stream tonight. I just wanted to come on and give you guys a tour. And I'll go through the tent one more time. Oh, let me ask you. So, oh, you have an Xbox. You have an Xbox controller. Yeah, that's what I use too. I was gonna say, I was asking if you. I thought you said 2X joystick. You have two joysticks, or are you using the Xbox controller? Because I thought that you weren't able to use two joysticks. With a new update, you could use it in the demo, but people are saying it doesn't work in the released game. Are you were able to get that to work? You have two joysticks working? Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do the excavator if you got two joysticks. I only have one. I've got a Thrustmaster Ti 1600, which I actually bought last week, but I only have the one. But I haven't really used that. I figure one probably isn't efficient because I have to use the keyboard. I'm just using Xbox controller. I'm so used to using that it's become pretty natural. Oops. Can't seem to get this thing backed up the way I want to. I like it right even with the excavator. There you go. Oops, put the parking brake on. Use a Cyborg and an X55. Okay, cool. That's cool. Let's go check our... It's cool that you got the two working. That's awesome, because other people were saying they were having problems with that. Alright, we seem to be processing at a good rate here. Wouldn't it be nice? I said this on the forum. Wouldn't it be great if you had another duplex jig right here? Because it just seems like you're just... gold is just rushing out here. Now, someone wrote in the forum that all the gold is coded to go here, which is fine, but Wouldn't it be cool if you had 2 duplex jigs running? That'd be pretty cool. Man, taking a big dent out of Old Arnold. Look at that. Oh, look, we can see right through there. Here's what it looks like. We're almost to the edge. Let's just take a look up here. Take a survey view of where we are. Get up on top of the tailings pile. Ooh, that's a nice shot right there. That's a cool shot. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool to have the second jig? I've taken a lot out of that, so I guess it looks like I've probably processed about 1/4 of the claim. That's what I would estimate, about 1/4 of the claim. You can see how it goes there. So I've got flat right to that wall there. So we'll just keep digging. If you don't mind, I'm going to go to this cam. I'm just so much better with this cam. Just for a little while. I can make it move with this cam. Yeah, I don't like when that disappears like that. I can't see what the hell's going on. You gotta kind of guess. No, Kujiman, I don't play I don't play ETS. I play ATS sometimes, but I haven't played it in a while. Got dirt stuck in there. Oh well. Let's see if it comes out now. There you go. Yeah, I don't play ETS. Sorry about that, bub. Next time I stream live will probably be Gold Rush again, I would imagine. Well, this sucks that I'm getting that glitch like that. I can't see what the hell's going on. Well, I like the internal view too, but I like the internal view when you're digging low, below the excavator or low. When you're digging high, it's hard to you can't really see what's going on up there, you know. And in my situation here, I'm digging high, right? Because I've got you know the way I'm situated. So like here, I wouldn't be like if I go to the low spot, I can't see it, right? But this one, it's great because you can line it right up with the truck. I like American Truck Simulator multiplayer. That's what I enjoy. And I used to play that quite a bit, actually, and stream it on Twitch quite a bit. I got some ATS videos on in my catalog on YouTube. Now you know you got a full bucket when you see those 5 little rocks on the back of it. That means you have an absolutely maximum filled bucket. It's kind of like a little indication. Oops. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing except you're driving on a different side of the road. You know, it's pretty much I think it's by the same company, I think. That is the end of the dust. That is, it is a glitching like that. I actually, yeah, I'm not sure if that's a glitch. You're talking about when the dirt wasn't coming out of the bucket, or the riding rocks? Yeah, I'm not sure that's a glitch. I think it actually gives you an indication of how much is in the bucket. I think that's why they did it. But I could be wrong. As long as I get reasonably filled buckets, I'm happy. Kujimon, could I ask you to turn the caps off, please? I'd appreciate that, because it kind of seems like you're yelling. No problem. All right, 100%. So if you guys want to go ahead and hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Because I've had some problems. I don't know why. I mean, all my videos on my channel are family friendly, right? I barely ever curse. Once in a while, I'll let go with an expletive. But usually I'm pretty family friendly, and for some reason a lot of my videos get demonetized and I have to do manual reviews, and it's just a pain in the neck. And they always get, you know, YouTube always does a manual review on them and makes them monetize again. But for some reason I get one dislike or something and it gets demonetized. So the likes help. So if you want to hit a like on this stream, that would be really helpful. You bought the G19. Oh, you bought a G29 wheel and H gear shift. Yeah, that's the way to go. I have a 920. Was it 930? G920 or G930 with the pedals and everything. I use that for. Oh, you're playing Clash of Titans. Okay, that makes sense. Clash of Clans. Sorry. Was it a G930 wheel? I can't remember the model number, but that's what I have. It's an awesome wheel. It's the black one with the pedals and I bought the shifter for it. Although I really don't use the shifter because I just kind of do automatic. But anyway, it is nice to have. Oh, shoot. Getting a little out of control there. It is nice to have a wheel with ATS. I don't know how you'd play ATS without a wheel, actually. I remember in multiplayer, some people playing the game with keyboard. That's tough. Driving a truck with a keyboard. Give them a lot of credit for that. Uh-oh, come on. I always forget to put the brake on. There's the brake. Let's save our game here. Real quick save. Even though we have the autosave, I'm just still doing my own saves. That's a new capability in the new release, autosave. Ooh, it's almost 1 a.m. Stream for a little bit longer. I'm not sure I'm going to get to, actually, I'm going to do one more truckload. These things are taking a long time to fill up. We'll do one more truckload, then I want to show you what's in the tent real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. On the way to the big clean out. Probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Big cleanup probably tomorrow. That'd be fun. But I keep saying, oh, one more bucket. One more bucket. One more bucket. 5, would you get up early or just stay up late? I guess you're in the UK? Damien, did you get up early or just stay up late? Hooks are out. Come on. Come on. Oh well. Can't always have a beautiful full bucket. Night shift. Okay. Gotcha. Well, you must be taking a break right now. Well, I'm glad you're checking me out on the night shift. Thanks for stopping by, man. It's nice to see you and nice to be part of the stream. Yeah, you're in India, so right? So you've got you're almost midday. You get some filled up buckets here. See, when I can't see the dirt, it's really hard to you know, estimate how much dirt you got in the bucket, right? That's why this one's taking so long. Let me go over here where it doesn't seem to be glitching out. Oops. Come on, come on. There you go. Oh, you have the night off, but you can't switch the... Yeah, watch Phil Till. He's great. He's great. I like watching him. He's a good guy. He says he's going to be getting into X-Plane. I can't wait to see that. Crap. I do a lot of X-Plane in VR. That's my main thing. I love flying. Someday I want to get my pilot's license, but virtual reality and X-Plane fill the gap until then, you know? It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Full Tilt does a nice job. He really does. But my clean out's going to be much bigger. He had a clean... I think he did 57 ounces tonight. I'm going to have a massive clean out. Massive clean out. FSX. Yeah, I started with FSX myself. And, you know, FSX is older technology. It's been around a long time. It was purchased by Dovetail Games. You probably know that. And they kind of like, you know, they kind of kept the franchise going and added new planes and stuff. But it's an older technology, and it doesn't have the same real-world communication and navigation that X-Plane has. X-Plane, you can basically buy a module from X-Plane and use it for FAA certification. That's how realistic X-Plane is. It's an add-on module you have to buy. I don't know all the details, but if you want to, you can use it for portions, obviously not real flying, but you can use it as part of, I think it applies to part of your FAA, your flight pilot's license certification. So it's pretty, X-Plane 11 is pretty powerful. Yeah, VR is awesome, man. It really is. And flying in VR is even better because everything is just like real, you know, 3D real. It's a lot of fun. Alright, come on, let's get this bucket filled up, man. This one's taking forever. Taking forever. I want to drive in it. I'll drive into town. I'll show you all the new stuff in case you haven't seen it yet. We'll take a little drive into town. I tell you what, let's clean up one of the carpet buckets. We'll clean up one of the carpet buckets, and then we'll call it a stream. I'll skip the ride into town, even though it's going to take away from the gold total, the big gold total. I feel like cleaning something up, and I said in the beginning of the stream I was going to, so we'll clean a bucket up. All right, let's turn this guy off. Yes, there was an update yesterday and a second update today. So they fixed a lot of problems. They added some new connectors for the hoses and for the electrical stuff, and it just seems to be running much better, which is great. Oops. All right, let's dump this guy in there. Yeah, no, they did a lot of nice work with the update. They really did. Like I was saying before, Code Horizon's doing a great. I think they're doing a great job with this franchise. I really do. Especially listening to people and taking part in live streams. I'm hoping that I can get my Gold Rush live streams large enough so that I can get one of the developers in here so we can ask them some questions and stuff. That would be really cool. But let me just park here, and let's see, we're gonna get out of here. We'll let that all process. It's still processing that dirt. You can see. Go up here and see all that dirt flying in to the shaker. Boom, beautiful. Get in here. All right. I wish these lights worked. That would be cool. There's a light switch here. Right here. It'd be nice if they give you the lights in here. Alright, so what I got here is these are all the duplex jig buckets. There's 8 of them. That's all going to be a lot of gold right there. And these are 14 carpet buckets. So I'm going to clean one of these guys out. Let's do that. Let's take this. Oops. First, let's save. We'll let the wash plant run a little bit while. Just process that last piece of dirt. Alright, this is the one we're gonna go with, right? We'll do a little cleanup here. I don't expect a lot out of this, but I just want to see some gold. Alright, let's get this guy. Alright, lower that guy in there. I just like to leave it in here. Shake her around with a mouse. See some of those nuggets starting to show up. One nugget. Couple nuggets. They look like little bugs, gold bugs swimming around. Oh, there we go. That's a lot. That's nice. All right, picking some up there. Oh, I don't think it's boring now. But yeah, I agree with you. It would be really great if there was multiplayer. I think everybody kind of agrees with that. But they're just, the developers have said they're not going to do it, so it is what it is, right? I don't want to lose any gold. All right, let's see if we can get those out of there. It's not earth-shattering, but it's not bad. Got some pickers. Yeah, the carpets don't produce a lot of gold. They just don't. I'm actually going to, when I do the big clean out, I'm just going to basically do these all in the wave table. Come on. Just about a ½ ounce, it looks like. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people have asked for that, and they actually, Code Horizons actually said, please stop asking because we're not doing it. It was never meant to be multiplayer. It's meant to be a single-player game, so please stop asking. So actually, anybody that asks that, even asks that now, I'm gonna just put this on the ground. I seem to be getting a lot of stuttering now for some reason. Anybody that even asks that in the forum or the Facebook page gets like ostracized. Yeah, that's YouTube. YouTube's got a chat delay issue. Even though I have it on low latency, YouTube has a problem with that for some reason. It could be in Gold Rush 2, or I was actually thinking that, you know, like with American Truck Simulator, they have the multiplayer, which is actually a completely different company. You know, maybe some other developer comes out with it, right? You know what? If you bring this closer, like that, makes it a little easier to pick. You know, what if a third party developed multiplayer? Oh, look at that. Why won't those pick up? That's weird. Yeah, I think what we have to do is we've got to let them get all the problems out of the game first before you can even start thinking about multiplayer. They gotta fix. Look at all these. What's up with these nuggets? Or we're just gonna get. We're not gonna get much out of this bucket. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is weird. Yeah, I was just multiplying bogus gold there. Alright, let's go over here, put it on the table. Oops. Let's pick her up. Everything's acting kind of funky right here. Alright. Oops. Yeah, looks like we might have a little glitch there. We got any more in this guy? Let's see. Yeah, one more. Alright, so we'll probably get maybe 2 ounces out of this. You don't get a lot out of these mats, unfortunately. Yeah, I still count them as I picked them. That was weird. I wish the ridges in the pan worked better and trapped the gold. That would be nice because you can't really get the rocks out. Oh, I just lost a nugget. Damn it. Yeah, better ridges. All right, let's get better ridges on the pan, like in real life. Or just make the rocks smaller. I mean, I get it's not easy. Stuff is not easy. And I'm sure that, I'm sure they're going to improve things as they go along. Alright, we're about 1.5 OZs. Got one more there. That should just about do it, right? This will be the last one here. Yeah, it's still, you're right, it's still in the early stages. Like this thing, why is the bucket gets caught in the floor sometimes? It happens to me a lot. Alright, that should be about it. This is why I'm going to be cleaning up these guys with, is that empty? Yeah. This is why I'm going to be cleaning these guys up with the wave table. Just easier. But the duplex buckets, I'm going to pan all of those. Alright. Can we get 2 ounces? I don't think so. The mats are always weak. Alright, 1.7. Maybe we get 2 ounces. Oh, we might get 2 ounces. Oops. Come on. Yeah, I think we're going to get 2 ounces. That's 1,400, right? Boom, 2 ounces. Still pretty weak. You would think that running all that gold, you'd get more out of the mats. I would see a fair amount out of the mats should be 5 ounces maybe. I think 2 ounces is kind of weak. But it could just be a bad bucket, who knows. Come on. Alright, that's that. 2.08. Not great, but... Oh, I gotta get rid of that dirt. Because you can't pour a bucket into it. It's just got any residual dirt. Yeah, the frame rates seem to be low too right now for some reason. Really low. What happened to that bucket? Did it disappear? Oh, look at this. Look, the game is stuttering. Let me turn this off. Oh, out of gas. Alright. Out of gas. Let's fill that up. Come on. Damn it. Pick that up. Come on. Alright. I think that's just about going to do it for me, guys. We'll keep that goal in the box. We're at 216 now. Sorry, 516. Oh, I don't want to slam into the fridge. 516. Yeah, for some reason, yeah. Not bad. Well, I appreciate... Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, Damien. Thank you very much, Kujimon. Thanks for stopping by. I'm probably not pronouncing your name right, but someday I'll get it right, I guess. And just make sure my game is saved here. But we're going to end it on that note, guys. And I'll be back probably tomorrow with the big cleanup. All right? Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great evening.